Anytime we hit them, it goes up a little bit, $2.
Is that what you mean? Is that what you meant when you said that we might see oil prices lift a little in response?
A little bit, yeah, $2, very little. It's down from, let's say, $135 down to $69. It's dropping, and everything else drops. So as oil goes, so goes everything else. But anytime if we hit Iran, oil goes up a little bit. It's all right.
That was President Donald Trump yesterday at the NATO summit, talking about the impacts on motor fuel prices amid the ongoing conflict with Iran. Welcome back to the States. I'm Greg Bishop. AAA pegs the average for a gallon of gas today nationwide at $3.84 a gallon. That's up from yesterday, but about on par with what it was last week before hostilities picked back up in the Middle East. Today's average is less than it was last month, but it continues to be almost 70 cents higher than this time last year. Now, Vice President J.D. Vance yesterday discussed the goal of the United States' latest involvement in Iran.
I'm obviously not going to tell you exactly what's going to happen tonight, but the president has said to them very simply, the Strait of Hormuz is going to be open. That means oil and gas is going to flow to the American people. That's why we see gas prices starting to come down. That's why we see the oil prices so low, is because the president said that crucial artery through which we ship a lot of the world's energy, that artery has got to remain open. And that is what the Iranians have to know. If they try to close it down, there's going to be a response for the American military. It's that simple. That's the deal. They can either follow it or they can have exactly what happened to them last night. It's just going to keep on happening until they open up that lane and stop shooting at ships. It's simple.
And Wednesday evening, there were more strikes against Iran. Now, AAA spokesperson Molly Hart told the Center Square it's too early to know just how much prices could increase. She said the situation's just too volatile to predict where the prices might go, but what we do know is gas prices rise like a rocket and fall like a feather. But you're not just paying at the pump. Energy prices across the board are under the microscope as families look to stick within their budgets. There may be some relief for ratepayers in Texas. The Center Square's Alton Wallace reports the U.S. Department of Energy Wednesday announced it's finalized a $3.26 billion loan to utility AEP Texas, a subsidiary of American Electric Power, or AEP, to fund the development and deployment of 2,800 miles of high-capacity transmission lines across the Lone Star State as part of a broader effort to fuel domestic industrial growth and assure national energy security. Now, the loan, awarded by the Office of Energy Dominance Financing, will finance the addition of the transmission lines and key industrial corridors in South Central and West Texas, where data centers, advanced manufacturing industries, and the electrification of oil and gas operations are driving rapid increases in power demand. According to the Energy Department, the nearly 100 projects funded by the loan will lower electricity costs for AEP Texas ratepayers by an estimated $685 million over the next 30 years. Also in Texas, Attorney General Ken Paxton has secured a temporary injunction stopping companies from accepting shipments of wind turbine blades. Legal Newswire reports the injunction against Global Fiberglass Solutions and other affiliated entities also forces the companies to begin cleanup of two facilities in Sweetwater, where thousands of discarded turbine blades have been illegally stockpiled. Paxton said this is a victory for protecting the land, health, and safety of the people of Texas. He further said no new wind turbine blade shipments will be accepted at these illegal sites, and the defendants are now legally required to begin cleaning up the thousands of discarded blades they irresponsibly abandoned in Sweetwater. Paxton said that he will not allow Texas land to be used as an illegal dumping ground. According to Paxton's office, Global was purportedly hired by numerous companies to break down, transport, and recycle turbine blades. The company failed to properly dispose of the waste and instead created a stockpile of more than 3,000 wind turbine blade parts that has created unpermitted and illegal disposal sites, according to Paxton. But up in Wisconsin, the state's Public Service Commission recently released its report on power needs. The draft of the Strategic Energy Assessment predicts that Wisconsin will need 40% more peak demand power. The PSC says demand will spike because more data centers are coming online. The report doesn't speak about how the new demand or the new power generation projects will impact power bills across the state, though the PSC does acknowledge that people in Wisconsin are paying more for power than people in many other states. What do you pay for your power bills where you're living? Be sure to leave a comment below.